Good morning, guys. Welcome to the channel. There's a strobe light on the roof, and the theory is that it's going to annoy the birds so they don't nest and make a mess in here. So that's just a proof of concept thing at the minute that Dad's been overseeing, and he's usually the one that comes up with the ideas. So we're just going to suss that out and check. When I did rock up here this morning, there wasn't really any birds in the shed, so it might work. But yes, because this is what sort of happens when when there's birds everywhere. You just get a bit of a mess. So that will be good if we can work out a way of dealing with that. If any of you guys know of a surefire way to stop birds getting in other than having an enclosed shed, let us know in the comments. What I'm doing now is I'm going to take the loader. Where is it? There. The loader. I'm going to get the GP bucket for the excavator. It's currently got the sieve bucket on it. And in the last video, Phil was doing a little bit of sieving out of the wood piles that have been burning for a while, just to clear them up, get them out of the paddock. We're putting them in the dump truck, but it's probably, there's quite a few sticks that are still going through the sieve bucket, so we're figuring it's just going to be as easy to just get the GP bucket, pick it all up, dump it, and that way it'll be a bit nicer and tidier. And then I'm probably going to be on that for a good chunk of today, and see if we can get a few more of those piles tidied up. And I think Phil's going to go back on Tiny 3 and get some stuff done there, get some some gullies pushed in and that sort of thing. So we'll see how we go. Well, to put it in perspective, that's the general purpose bucket for the excavator. Now that's a 46 ton excavator, so it's obviously going to be a big GP bucket. And this is a 13 ton front end loader, and that bucket makes the loader look small. So yes, it's all a matter of perspective, and it's a matter of scale. If you want to start carting things like that around, you need bigger equipment to do that. So that's why we've got the bigger forklifts and things like that. But yes, there is I think that's the mud bucket over there actually. So the mud bucket for the excavator is about the same size, or could even be a little bit bigger than the bucket on this loader. I've got another, what, 4 piles like that to do? I think so. So that's all I'm going to be doing for the next few hours. So I think you've seen one. You don't need to see them all, unless something exciting happens. So we'll keep going here. But yeah, it seems to be working pretty good just with the GP bucket instead of the sieve bucket. Yeah, you do get a fair bit more dirt out, but it ends up being a bit cleaner. So that's what we're aiming for. Anyway, on to the next one. Well, we're here at the last pile. It's all been going well, but this is actually the pile that has been smouldering for 7 or 8 months, and it started, you might be able to see over there, all the stubble's burnt. So it just randomly decided to catch the stubble on fire next to it. So yeah, just pretty crazy, and you can see now I've disturbed it a bit. You probably can't see on the camera, but there's all heat lines and that, so she's really hot in there. Bit of smoke coming from the sticks up there. So yeah, it's got to be careful, because yeah, she'll be pretty hot in there. But it's also very, very dusty, well, ashy, I don't know what you call it, but because it's been smouldering here for so long, it's really, really dry, and all ash and dirt, all that mixed together. It's yeah, it's pretty impressive actually. You see over there, actually, it was being dumped in the big trench there, and yeah, she's a lot of dust. So in a little bit, once I'm done here, I might even throw the drone up and we can have a look at what Phil's doing there. He's been filling in a big trench there where the waterway used to be, and yeah, a little bit of work there. So hopefully we'll be able to see a bit of that with the drone, but better get back into it. for these piles, I think. Hopefully I don't find another one that I missed, but I'm going to actually head off now. I'll probably grab this sieve bucket and take it up to it. There's just a big rock pile there, and yeah, one of Phil's kids is going to just poke away at that. And yeah, just because it's going to take a fair while to dig the rock out and all of that, so it's not really worth having a person in the dump truck and in the excavator. So anyway, that'll be, yeah, it'd be good to get that done. Phil's getting all dusty in the cab there. It's actually worse when you've got no air conditioning in a cab tractor than when you've got an open cab, because you get dust swirling around inside, and yeah, it's a bit of a pain. But hopefully it won't be long, and I'll get the air conditioning fixed. That'll be it for the minute. We'll see what happens Monday, I reckon, unless I think Phil's doesn't have his GoPro at the minute, so we're running a pretty slack YouTube operation here, and his phone won't take sound properly, so yeah. We did get a few comments as to why the shed is open. Our climate here, if you have an enclosed shed, you would need to have air conditioning, and then that would just be a massive expense to try to cool an area this size down. And for most of the time, it's pretty okay, the temperature. You want it open a bit, you get a bit of airflow through, particularly in summer when it's hot. You're always comparing it to outside, and it's always a lot cooler in the shed, so that's the reason there. And we don't get the really cold temperatures, so we don't have to worry about things icing up or any of that snow, nothing like that. So that isn't a concern. The coldest it gets here is probably maybe -2 or 3 degrees, which is just below freezing. So we'll get the odd frost in winter, but nothing too bad. So anyway, that was got distracted there, but so the strobe's there. It's just hooked to a solar panel and a battery, and we're just going to let that run for a couple of days and just see how it goes. Hopefully the birds don't get used to it, but like every animal, that's sort of what seems to happen when you try to persuade them to go elsewhere. They just get used to it and yeah, come back.